Yeah.
I was like, got him.
We try to keep it to a minimum with the music a little bit,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I needed to play that one.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I get
All
it.
right, so guys,
But
we're
we're back.
back. We're back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. So we'll edit the introduction. So guys, for those who are tuning in, who was with us and then we got cut off, we are sitting with the talented, multifaceted, beautiful Brittney Boston. Thank you so much for joining and sitting and having this conversation with us. We are super excited to just kind of hear your story and and the legacy you're building and what you're doing for the Black creators and community.
Oh man, it's so weird to hear that, to be complimented in that way. But I accept it and thank you. And I'm super ecstatic to be sitting here with you two beautiful Black queens. So yes.
How come it's good to hear that?
You know what? I don't know.
Because you contributed so much.
But I guess I don't really feel that. I don't really know that. But to hear it, and I've been hearing a much more lately. So it's just, it's kind of
gotta
cool.
give you your flowers, girl.
Listen, because you know what? It's probably because you're always in the motion of it and just creating and doing and building. And it's just like, you see the purpose, you see the vision. And it's just like, you're just executing and not taking the time to see like, oh man,
I did this.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
I'm that girl, right?
Honestly, I don't want to because I feel like I haven't done enough yet to where it's like, but you know what? Let me just accept this. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Of course.
And yeah. Hi to all my friends, Jerica, who I see in the comments right now.
Yes, welcome. So we're gonna jump right into it. So, of course, I'm a big, everybody know like Danielle and I, like we're really big on, music and researching and, the industry. So of course, for those who may not know, definitely take us into a brief walk and, you getting to the passion of working in music. Because I know you have a long, biography in regards to your career. Resume of your career. You started off working with Neo's label, you moved to Universal, and now being this, profound entrepreneur. So kind of just take us a walk into, your background.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hire you as my publicist moving forward because these intros is just, I feel amazing. Let's see here. So my journey, I feel like I started late in music because I ran track and field for most of my life, and for a long time I thought I was gonna be a professional track and field star. Had aspirations of going to the Olympics.
Okay.
Did my undergrad in criminal justice. There was a point where I wanted to work for the FBI, still do, but
girl, me too. Low key.
right,
low
key, at some point. But let's see here. So yeah, everything you said, I think my journey started many moons ago, where I had aspirations of being an artist. So I used to be a rapper, and at one point had a deal with I think it was Slip and Slide at the time, or another Miami label. I can't even remember, it was so long ago. And saw Nicki Minaj and all these different types of female rappers, and I was like, yeah, I don't got that. I can't, I'm not cut out for that. And then eventually God set it up where my path would align with some talented people, and started working with a songwriter. And that's really how my journey began in this industry. Shortly after that, I started working for a recording studio that housed a bunch of big artists like 2 Chainz. Back then they used to call him Titty Boy.
We know Titty Boy.
Yeah,
we're familiar with Titty Boy.
Yeah, worked with Convict Music. Did some stuff with some of the artists on their label, and then eventually I moved to LA because I knew this is where I needed to be to really like grow in my craft. And did the whole label thing. Did a lot of great things on that front. Was allowed an opportunity to work with Neo's label. Played many different roles within that system as well. And it's crazy because how I ended up meeting Neo and now, which I like to refer to him as my mentor, is because I came to LA to pursue my songwriting, to be a songwriter. So, you know, after I figured out I wasn't going to be an artist, I said, okay, I'm going to be a songwriter. And they had this school here in LA. They still have the school, and went to one of the classes there to better my craft. End up meeting Ryan Toby, which I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a legend.
Yes.
He played in Sister Act. He's the one who
Yes.
sung "Oh Happy
Okay.
Day." Okay, look, you know,
Yes.
City High,
Okay.
City
Mhm.
High, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, wrote so many hits for so many people, including Usher. Ended up meeting him. He brought someone from Neo's camp in that day, and that's how that relationship started with Neo. Yeah, did that for some time. Took a break from the industry. Worked for the Los Angeles Film School for a couple years, and then I got back into the label system. And then I left to, you know, really focus on the artist who I still work with. His name is Dax, and just build up my own thing. So here we are.
All right.
I feel like that was so long-winded. I was trying to like condense it, but yes.
No, but it's good
Yeah.
because it's like I feel like everything that you went through, it like another door of opportunity opened for something else. Like you were signed to Slip Inside, but or whichever label in Miami, but then you realized it really wasn't for you. Then you moved out to LA to be a songwriter and to go into writing school, and you met Ryan Toby, which led to Neo, which led to like it's just it's like perfect timing.
Yeah, I couldn't get a BBL. No shade to anybody who gets those. But
Girl, don't think they'll kill you.
Knock on wood. I know a couple people that are in the process of going through it now. But yeah, God, man, you know, manifestation is real, and I really believe in that.
Absolutely.
And so I believe that's why I'm here, and God aligned it for me to be, you know, to be able to have my own thing in my own way. Yeah.
Was there any, sorry, Aasha, was there anything like you feel like being with the label and having like your own business as an entrepreneur, like maybe you would have done differently when you were with the label?
What do you mean?
Like any maybe like regrets of anything or certain things you would have changed?
You know what?
To change your experience.
I can't say that I would never work for a label again. But I will say that I've learned the most by doing it on my own. And it's so weird because although I'm not in the label system, I'm still working with multiple labels and in different ways. And I think there's some things that I would most definitely do differently. But I think everything that I've done is the way that it should have been, you know. So no regrets.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, live with no regrets. And being that you have that experience of working with, you know, major labels and independent labels, being that you are working with artists, how would you ever advise an artist in the moment where there's like, you know, in that decision of whether they want to stay independent or want to go sign a deal with the major label, pending if it's the right deal, you know, how do you kind of hone in and making sure you're guiding your artists that you manage in regards to the right deals?
You know what? I feel like we're in a great space as a creator. Like you're in a great space right now where you don't really have to rely on a record label anymore. Like how they used to back in the day when they were selling CDs out of their trunk or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, nowadays you have all these social media platforms that will drive people to your music, that will allow you to really have to survive off of that product that you're producing. So I would say it really just depends on the artist, right? I'm an independent thinker first. I like ownership, and I really believe that I'm an advocate for owning your masters, you know, just having control of your destiny. And I really believe that if you put in the hard work and the labor, you can work with the label in the way that you desire. It just really depends on how you structure it. But I'm not opposed to it. Like, I'm not against labels. I feel like they're very valuable for different types of artists. It really just depends on what it is that you're looking to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to like follow, I'm about to steal your question, Aasha.
Yeah.
Follow up, because you spoke about owning your masters. Now, you know, recently Future signed like this big publishing deal.
I saw that.
How do you feel about artists like selling their publishing rights or selling their masters?
You know what? This has been going on. I think, who's the first person that really, there was another big person that kind of like really was the first person that sold their masters, and everyone was like, oh my God. I think it was Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne did a deal.
Lil Wayne. Then Justin Timberlake came behind.
Yeah, then Justin Timberlake, now Future. You know, I really don't know what's being structured in those deals, because it could be they're selling the masters, but they still get a percentage of it. So maybe they're getting like this big, you know, like he got what, $65 million?
Between 65 to 75 supposedly million.
Right.
Like a bigger deal.
Yeah, I don't think they're stupid. I think everything is with a purpose, right? So I think maybe they have sold their masters and they might not own them 100% completely, but they still have some sort of percentage, which means they're still going to be making some money. They just got that big not advance, right, but they just got, you know, that money to sell off a percentage of their masters. But I think they still have some sort of ownership. That's just my perspective.
But now, say like if they want to and they change their mind, they can always buy it back, can't they?
Yeah, but the price is going to go up.
I was going to say, that's going to be one hell of a price.
Yeah, the price is going up. But this is a thing now, you know, buying up the masters catalog, you know, a lot of executives are doing this. So, you know, for me personally, I wouldn't advise anyone to do it. But again, these people have huge catalogs, and I'm sure they're holding on to something. They're not giving up everything. Yeah.
And so now, first off, you know, speaking of just the industry in general, I just, you know, and we're going to go into Musicology, your nonprofit, but being a Black woman in a male-dominated industry, I'm quite sure you probably get this, but, you know, we love a fresh perspective in, you know, the challenges that you could have endured and how you know, kind of change and how you basically, you know, you take it and it's just like you kind of change the game on it in regards to what you're doing. So how do you accept that being in a male-dominated industry?
You know what? You know, that's kind of like a two-folded type of question, because I feel like on one half, I've gotten the most support from my male counterparts, you know, opposed to my female, you know, the females in the industry. Sadly enough, I haven't really gotten, you know, never really had a female mentor. I mean, we could get off into that, but I don't want, you know, kind of, you know. So I feel like I've gotten a lot of support from my male counterparts who have supported me or connected me with an opportunity, opposed to one of my female counterparts who have not. With the same breath, I will say it's an ongoing challenge and battle, just with respect. You know, I feel I've been in many situations where I've had to address how, you know, a guy speaks to me, you know, just being professional, whether it's from a flirtatious way or if it's a just disrespect, like, you know, maybe trying to talk to my artist instead of talking to me, or, you know, going around me on a situation, you know, many different situations. So I feel like it's always ongoing. But I feel like as women in this industry, it's our job to speak up and call guys out when they do, you know, kind of overstep their boundaries. There's a lot of good guys in this industry too. So I'm grateful for all of the people who have supported me and who champion me and who support me. So I hope I answered that question, because I feel like I just kind of went around in a circle.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
I think that was amazing, because it gives, like I said, it's just, I understand there's sometimes, you know, you can hear those same questions, but it's a different perspective. And, you know, we're used to hearing, saying like, oh no, it's hard, you know, do this. But to hear that, you know, you feel like the men have been a backbone, or definitely have cheered you on,
Oh, without a doubt.
more than some, females. And the whole thing is that, we are supposed to come together. We are supposed to, be the cheerleaders for each other, and to be able to, set the standard, raise the bar, support.
I feel like if I can be completely honest, and I never really said this,
Ooh,
but
we got exclusive.
I feel like, the woman empowerment thing is really, and I don't know if it's just in our community, but
girl, say what I'm thinking. I know you're gonna say it. I know you're gonna say it. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't want anybody to hate me, but I feel like it's a bunch of cap. I feel like we should definitely be pulling each other up more. I feel like a lot of times with women, because we're already competitive in nature, that guys can be competitive and still work together. Women really just, it's always have to be like one that's in the number one spot. Absolutely, and then the number two got to be like far away. And I don't know why that is. I don't really operate with that mentality. I waited to get an assistant because I wanted her to be Black, and I wanted her to be a woman, because I believe in elevating and empowering, the next up. It has to be somebody that comes after you, and they got to be somebody that can stand beside you. So, yeah, I feel like it's a bunch of cap, but I feel like there's room for improvement. So,
first get rid of the women empowerment brunches. We gotta end those.
Those brunches are cap. Because we do the women empowerment brunches, and
paying $1,500.
Where's the empowerment? I don't see no empowerment.
Because the brunches you pay for the brunch, it leads to somebody, you buying a book or manual or whatever it is.
You paid $100 to go to the brunch. You just drunk off the mimosas at this point. So I don't know.
Right. If that's the case, I could have been watching some inspirational YouTube videos, eating my own brunch at home.
But with all that being said, there's still, not every woman is like that. For example, I want to shout out Stephanie, who works at Soho House, who gave me an opportunity to come in and host some of my events at the Soho House. And I've been trying to do things there for years. She's encouraged me. She's empowered me. She's connected me with new opportunities. And I will do the same for her. X is another person who's a tech genius, who is just a breath of fresh air. So there's some women who do empower you, but I feel like directly with the label system, it's definitely like, I'm the head honcho. I got to work with the artist directly. You can't be in the conversation. And that to me is kind of whack.
Yeah, I think it's like a money and power type of thing. Because even like with artists, like female rappers, it's only one that can be on top, like you said. And I think that's the labels that's like pushing it, because they know that's what drives numbers.
I don't know if it's all on the labels. I think women just got to do better. I think we just got to start being real with ourselves, and knowing that it's always going to be, even if there's someone better than you, you still can stand beside them. And two heads are better than one, three heads are better than, true. That's just how I feel.
And I'm glad that you actually said that last piece, because, that's something we always talk about, like, regardless of the fact, like, we may be small, but anybody that can reach out to us and be like, hey, I got a question, or I'm trying to understand this, or, I'm looking into
this. Can you interview this person? Yeah.
We're so open to just helping. And I get it. Like, at the end of the day, people's like, oh, you got to get what you're worth, pay what you're worth. But I fully feel like, there's somebody that's always trying to learn. And if you see the genuineness in them and bring, they want to connect, why not? Like,
well, how do y'all feel about the women empowerment though? Because honestly, like, what do you feel about working with women in the industry?
Well, being that I come from, I'll start first, Danielle, and I'll let you kind of go into it. Being that I have come from starting off working with major labels and then kind of transitioned, I am a 50-50. I've had my experiences where there are people that didn't want to help me, that didn't want to, I'm a person, I ask questions. I like to learn. I like to, to grow. And because of those experiences, now that I'm starting, my platform, I basically I've opened my arms. Like, I don't ever want to be that person. I want to genuinely build and grow. And whether if not, and I get it, sometimes you got to keep your eyes open, you got to keep your ears peeled and all that good stuff. But I genuinely believe in, helping where I can. Even if, whatever little bit I got, I want to be able to share it. But that's what I firmly believe. I'm 50-50 on it.
And you know what I think not necessarily, because here's the thing too, like the bigger you become, everybody wants a piece of you. I'm not necessarily saying someone has to help you get to a certain place, but it's as simple as sharing a flyer or just, liking anything, you know what I mean? Support comes in different forms. So
That's true.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it. Like, I'm here for women empowerment, but I think if it's done right, we got to stop the cattiness. One, we have to all realize that we're trying to get to the same end goal, but we're all doing different things. Like, and it may be a different, you may be doing this, I may be doing something else, but at the end of the day, we're still trying to just get like to the same end goal.
Like, there's a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture. And I think that sometimes people miss that. And I think because they're, sometimes as women, of course, we want to make sure, we get into the proper places. But sometimes we in the midst of getting to where we're trying to go, we hurt people in the process, we dealing with things in the process. And sometimes they don't even know how to handle those things as we're processing. So, and it's just like, I think it just depends on the person and the entity and what's happening at that present time. And realizing, like, there's a bigger picture, there's a vision, that each of us see, and that we all have our own lane, and that's something we're trying to get to.
Yeah, because if you think about it with men, like, men are like, okay, that's my dog, I'm gonna help you out, or I'll be a mentor. It's nothing to them. But with women, it's...
Guys, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly my point. Guys are... So, anyway.
Yes. I like that the transition from there. So,
go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
So you spoke about earlier working with Dax, your artist. Now, is there anything in particular that you look for when working with somebody or trying to elevate their career, whether it be their engagement on social media, like what their following is and stuff like that?
Versus the talent.
I think it's a number of things. I think one for me, I'm spiritual. So, how's your spirit? Like, what are you into? If you into worshiping the devil, we not gonna vibe together.
We'll do that over
There's
here.
some people that's into that.
Second.
I think because at the end of the day, energy is transferable. So it's like I'm giving you giving me some of your energy, and I'm giving you some of mine too. So I think that's one. But just if this person is likable, do I like you? Can I literally just had this conversation. Can we, can I hang out with you? Can I discuss things with you? How do you respond to things? What's your work ethic like? Because music these days is beyond just having the talent and being able to make a great song. The reason why Dax is so successful is because people don't see what goes on behind the scenes, how hard he works to provide content on all of his social media platforms. A lot of artists wants to, they want to create the song, put it out, and they want everyone else to do all the work, or they just expect things to just happen out of thin air. And it really doesn't happen like that. So, those are some of the things that I really pay attention to when I'm considering an artist.
Okay. So like numbers and followers, that doesn't really necessarily mean anything to you.
I do look at that because it also kind of tells if there's interest in you, if are people engaging with you. That is something that I look at, but it's not the deciding factor. There's an artist right now who I'm working with who has like 332 about 300 views on a video that he put out a couple months ago. But there's some things he's not doing that could help him get a lot further in his career. So that's why I'm coming into the fold.
Okay, I'd love to see.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't talk about the music. I know you definitely, I want to kind of touch base on like some of your like the film and TV. I know you have done some production, you have done some
Oh,
directing.
you did your research.
Listen, we
We
don't
have
play
to.
over here.
Tequila.
We don't play.
The
We don't
research
play.
is thorough, okay?
We have to.
So I kind of want you to touch your base because, of course, the culture is all about reality TV. Do you ever see yourself kind of touching into reality TV? Because I know there's some, I know you did an interview a while back. You did an interview a while back and as well. And I know you was also talking about documentaries and a Vibes Cartel documentary.
Oh, wow. What interview was this? Where is
This was
Jesus. Oh God.
So is that still in the process in the works? Like where do you see yourself in the production side of that?
Okay, so I almost did reality once upon a time. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Steve LaBelle, but he's a legend. He manages Scott Storch, Bone Thugs and Harmony, like a bunch of people. There's a point in time where me and Steve had gotten like really tight, and he was doing a reality show. I hope this footage never comes out. But we were at Marley Marl's house, and I was wired up, and I cried on camera. And so, because I watch reality TV, and I'm always wondering, like, you mic'd up, like, why? You know that they watching you, but you really forget that the cameras are there. And what they do is the producers would create like a moment where it becomes emotional on camera, and they follow you everywhere. And you really can't escape it. But no to reality. I think so. The Vibes Cartel documentary, I created that with some other people, and we still have it. I don't know if I can legally talk about that situation right now, but I'm very much still working in that space. Obviously, music has been a huge focus of mine. But I'm very much, honestly, I feel like the film and TV side is where I will end up eventually. That's really what I'm passionate about. I'm actually working on a couple projects right now that I'm excited to hopefully, we got 6 people in here watching. I don't know if they're going to tell everybody. Let me see, what can I say? I'm working on a show right now that is based around creators. I will say that. Okay. I'm just working. I'm always working. Hopefully I'll be able to share something soon. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it seems like you're always working. When do you take the to take a break, to relax? To when do you know, so that way you're like not overwhelmed with so much and just overloaded? When do you find the time to relax?
I have Caribbean roots. I don't know. It's just like
workaholic.
I don't know. Like my mom still has multiple jobs and she's making enough money. I would like to say that I feel like I'm not where I want to be yet in life to really be comfortable. I need to be uncomfortable in order for me to continue to excel. And that's the only way that I know how to do it is work. And not just work, because I'm not just doing things without reason. I'm doing things that make sense and that will ultimately set me up to become a billionaire where I won't have to work as hard. But just so you know, I'm going to Greece in October to take some time for myself. And I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So now the one thing I want to kind of talk about that, I'm glad you're definitely taking that time for yourself. Let's talk about the creation and the foundation that you made with I Am Musicology. Being able to set this platform and this stage for, Black individuals as ourselves, definitely talk about the creation of that and where do you see this going and how this has been beneficial to the community.
Man, you know what? Musicology. Musicology is my baby. Like, if I can just do that forever, like that would make me happy. So Musicology started when I was working at the Los Angeles Film School. A lot of the students there are from the inner city. They really, they're really like yearning for an opportunity in the entertainment industry, and a lot of times they get overlooked. So God put it on my heart to create this platform, use my network to provide opportunities to Black and brown people who want to be in the entertainment industry. So that was the initial concept, and the reason why I started it from the beginning. And if you know me back then, like, I'm a very shy person. Do not like public speaking. I still don't to this day. I've gotten better. I've gotten better. Like I'm sweating right now, but it's just yeah, I don't know. God really put that on my heart to really do it. And I was like, well, God, I'm gonna get somebody else to moderate the panels. And he was like, no, I want you to do it. And so so anyway, in a nutshell, the platform is to provide opportunities for people who are looking for an entry point in entertainment. It's really to engage our community and empower all of our brown and Black people, and also to provide this experience for high profile people as well. So, integrating both of those entities and creating like this dope, whether it's an event, whether it's a workshop, whether it's a discussion, just having that moment where people can connect and build and create. Man, so many times I hear people telling me how they met such and such at my event and now they're working together, or they got a deal, or they got signed just from Musicology. It's really been bigger than what I've ever envisioned it to be. But long term, I would say I see it definitely being more of a global platform. I see there being multiple musicology schools where people can come in like free and get free music courses, free technology, also in the tech space. I want everything to be free. And then I see it being, at some point, Musicology being an award show and honoring people in the creative space in that way. So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Can't wait.
Thank you. You're helping me right now, believe it or not. Yeah.
Especially at school, because it's important, especially because they don't really teach. They don't really teach what kids are gonna need for the future. Like nobody's gonna be using M equals Y. Like nobody's gonna be doing that. But I think it is important for kids to be engaged with something that they love, and to not have to worry about being in debt for it.
Yeah. So it's like different levels to musicology. So from a community standpoint, I see it being like the Boys and Girls Club, but for music. So we have like different musicology locations worldwide, but then also we have like this high level where we have these exclusive events and opportunities that maybe private or exclusive, and that's kind of how I see it being. That's the direction that I'm going.
And what also you can add into that is like people who are shy like us or don't like public speaking, how to network and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah. You're going to teach the class. There we go.
Yep. Love it. Mm-hmm. So first of all, I want to say this has been an amazing conversation. Yes. Thank you so much. Once again, just really coming through, dropping gems, kind of just spreading your wisdom in regards to your experience. The one thing I definitely always like to, one of my favorite questions what I like to ask our guests is, for those, we have we support a lot of independent artists. This platform is to be able to help them, promote, and showcase, their music and be able to teach them. So what words of encouragement would you offer to those who are aspiring to, hey, continue this road down music, to who wants to finally brave up and be able to step out into this industry, or maybe even just want to be a industry professional?
You know what? I would say, I need to, because I ask this question when I do my panels, and some people say some really dope stuff, and I'm just like, dang, how did you I need to work on having this in my back pocket. I really do. But what I would say is, I guess this is just really from the heart, is just believe in yourself and never give up. Never, like, no matter what, like, just because if you keep trying and you really keep believing in it, it will eventually manifest. So never give up and believe in yourself. Don't listen to what other people say.
That's a
period.
fact.
Yeah.
It's a word, and I take it.
Yeah.
So first of all, thank you. We have to stay connected. I love this. I would love to, today. I know, you said you're in LA. Hopefully Danielle and I would be out towards LA.
Where are you guys?
New York.
Oh, you guys in New York? Okay.
Yeah. So when you out here, hit us up.
I got roots in Brooklyn. What up?
Okay. All
right. You're
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely want to stay connected. I love it. Definitely all of the initiatives that you're doing, especially with Musicology. I think it's amazing. Like I said, I had a pleasure to attend one of the events while in Vegas this year. It was amazing, hands down, very educational and very just informative to the just understanding. And I think that's just one thing a lot of those who are really engaging to this industry needs is understanding. And thank you for providing that.
Thank you. Thank you for recognizing that. Y'all are dope. Thank you for having me. This was awesome.
Thank you for coming on. Actually, I have one last question.
Oh yes, go ahead.
What as Brittney Boston, what do you want your legacy to be known as? What do you want to be remembered for?
Oh Jesus. Y'all coming with the questions. I was not prepared. What do I want my legacy to be? I want to, my goal is to put something, and I'm gonna take this from my artists, and this is so real, is that, put something into this world that's gonna last forever. So even when I'm not here, it's still standing the test of time. It's still here. My name will still be prevalent because of the seeds and the things that I've been able to grow here. So yeah, I plan to be, as great as God has for me. Yeah.
Love it.
Well,
that's all I got, man.
Thank you so much for tonight, guys. I mean, definitely, if you are not following, for those who are on or those who are going to be watching later, please make sure you already know we already got all the tags. So please make sure you are following not only just Brittney Boston, you are following I Am Musicology. Go support. We always support our Black owned around here. So make sure you are doing what you do.
Thank you.
Follow.
Thank you. And you guys make sure they are following you as well.
Yeah.
Both of you guys' platforms. Where does this live afterwards? Do you post it on your YouTube?
Yeah, so basically we put the this actually goes up onto our IG as well, but then we gotta do our little edits and everything like that. Then we put it on our YouTube as well. So we do make sure we do promote, and we try to put it all on. We got everything, TikTok, our website, all the above.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to building with you ladies more. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you, and enjoy your afternoon, because I think in Cali it's like 5 o'clock. Like what?
4:45. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Sun shining. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just gloomy and rainy over here.
You're so funny. All right, ladies. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You're welcome. All right. Enjoy.
All right. Bye-bye.
The Zoom.
I don't know what that, but anyway, I'm here.
Yes.
But this was a beautiful interview. I loved it.
I know, and I love the spirit of her, and the ideal of how she really sees the vision for Musicology, and really working towards something. And I definitely love the conversation.
And her journey too. Just I said, it's like literally one thing was done, it led to another door of opportunity, the next door of opportunity. I love that. I love when seeing things just work.
Yes, in it's all in timing. How God aligns every single thing to be so fitting, and it leads right into what it is that you have the heart for, the calling for, and you're passionate, you're destined for. So let me tell you, these interviews between Nam Jones last week and this week, and
inspiring
how you and I have been having conversations and things of that nature. I think it's just been so encouraging and so it's confirmation though.
Don't stop, keep going.
So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep doing it, make it do what it do, baby. And all right, so guys, so you already know. All right. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. We appreciate all the love, all the support for you to coming through, whether if we got 2 up to 200. Thank you so much. So guys, please, every Thursday right here, 7 p.m. We're bringing in some people. So listen, keep tuned in with us. All right. And don't forget Music Monday. Unfortunately, we didn't have this past Monday, but next Monday we'll be back. We'll be back. We're coming through. So guys, thank you so much. So you already know what it is. I'm your host, Aasha Lewis Redway.
Hey girl, Danielle Meeks.
All right, you already know what it is. Nothing but real music, real style, and real people. All right, so guys, you already know what it is. Until next time, peace.